am terrified of Al and his mob mentality and his group of people. He is a terrorist, in my opinion. And the fact that you're brave enough and you're standing up for us and the Constitution, I've prayed and begged God for help. And you are an answer to that prayer.
I'm going to support them. My idea of an organizational chart is not me being at the top and them at the bottom. I want to be at the bottom with my administration supporting them. I would expect that they would treat you guys with respect, be courteous. I know it can be done. I am for, you've heard me say this in MSTU, in a nutshell, you'll see on your trim notice what I'm asking you to contribute to provide the law enforcement services. Currently, you don't see that. So under Florida Chapter 30, once the BOCC gives him the money, he puts the purse under his arm, turns around, walks behind the curtain, and you don't know what's happened with that money.
A lot of times it takes up to an hour for a K-9 unit to get to the scene.
And if that's the case, up to an hour constitutionally, it's a dead issue, the guy is gone. When you initiate a car stop, I want a dog to be relatively close in time to what the Supreme Court constitutionally allows. But over the last couple of years, Hillendale has built some pretty nice homes in there. So how would you like to be a homeowner trying to sell your home, and the person that pulls in there looks and says, why is there a camera on every street? I will take those cameras out and I'll disperse them over around the county. But I am possibly even going to stop using the cameras until I really understand where this data goes, what is being collected, what policy we're going to put in place for deputies to use it.
14 years, I've been trying to get this word out, and it's only this time around that more people are starting to see the light. And again, I'm not attacking the troops, it's the brass and the sheriff. But most people, they don't listen to Tom, they don't know what's going on, they believe they're sheriff. But why would he waste $12 million of our money so that people who listen to the 911 calls, so Tom does it for his business, but a lot of people do it as a hobby, and I feel that you have a right to know what's going on in your community.
I haven't gotten any calls from the media to do an interview. The St. Pete Times used to reach out to candidates and ask. Tom is basically the only one, you know, and then they get mad at you for he calls and has questions, I answer them. I mean, he's the source of information to you. So you have an obligation to work.
If it wasn't for Tom, we would not know half of what's going on in this county.
Right.
Sure, when I want to know what's going on, I'll go to his site, and the shootings, the carjackings, the stabbings, the drug things. According to Al, crime is going down, and it's one of the lowest in the state of Florida. But Tom is the real deal. I mean,
there is another.
I rely on Tom for my news.
I think that people are eager for change. We're going to deliver that change and provide the service that they expect. The overall response on body cameras has been overwhelming throughout the county, so we will deliver on that just as quickly as we take office and get it lined up. The lack of transparency, I think, is the second concern that they have. And we are going to become a transparent agency. Those of you who have been kicked off Facebook will certainly be invited back. We welcome criticism, and we'll take it into account.
I want to say this has been very eye-opening to me because I had no idea that all this is going on in this county.
I'm now aware, and I really have changed my opinion. You know, I've been here about 7 years. I've seen the sheriff on videos talk about the wonderful things he does for the county, but today was kind of an eye-opener. I'm completely unaware. I didn't know we were having issues in this county, which seems like might be some non-transparency, and I was very impressed, you know, because like I said, I did not know Joe, so I didn't know his background. He seems like he's well qualified and wants to, you know, do the right thing for the county.
I like what Joe stands for. I like what he's saying to the people and how he's going to be transparent. That's huge. That's absolutely huge. I don't understand why we can't have body cameras. I don't understand any of what's going on with our sheriff's department or our BOCC. I'm tired of being a target. I'm tired of feeling afraid in my own county.
Well, from what I'm understanding and what I'm learning is about the lack of transparency, and then sometimes it seems like there's some changes in the stats. You know, there's more crime than there's being reported. Joe's a former New York City police officer, like I was. I know he was in the aviation unit, which takes a lot of training. He flew the mayor of the city around at that time. You know, we both worked in the same agency, and I support him 100%.
Well, I've been against Al from day one. I know he's just been a political appointee. He's never been a real cop one day in his life. He's a state liquor license inspector. He's done a horrible job. He knows nothing about law enforcement. Every couple of years, the crime in Hernando County is getting higher and higher, and he's in absolute denial or deliberately lying. And I think that Joe is, the thing I like about Joe, he's real. He's a regular guy. He don't have an attitude. He don't say he knows everything, and he tells you exactly what he's going to do and not do.
So if I go up to Hernando County to rob, steal, push drugs, chances are I'm gonna get caught, and I'm gonna end up spending a little time there. So they'll know relatively quickly that things have changed here, and word will spread. I remember when we were in Newport Richey, people used to come up from Pinellas County and tell me, "Oh, you guys chased, they told me not to come up here." Well, yeah, but you know, that time we're gonna get you.